Right, Sean to tell FightHype.com here with one of the best strength coaches and all the strength and conditioning coaches, Angel Memo Heredia. Angel, you know, a lot of people, they said that Pacquiao's age showed in the second half of the fight with Thurman. Did you see that, and do you feel like...
I was there at the fight, and I saw him. He started real fast.
Right.
He started fast. Remember, he almost got him on the, he got him on the canvas. If I recall well, the second round or the first. So he came out start fast, faster than usual. And he ended up in a fast pace. Also, that one who started slow, to me, was Keith Thurman. Then he warmed up, and he closed the fight very good. It was a phenomenal fight. I really liked it. It was a good fight, good action fight.
Do you see Pacquiao against Ugas having to take that breather for a few rounds like he did against Thurman too?
Yes, different styles. Ugas is a guy who's smart, very smart. He has a lot of talent and experience. You know, he's been boxing since 8 years old. And Manny Pacquiao too. But I know Ugas is going to probably, you know, he has some sort of a strategy. I don't think he's going to start fast. I think he's going to be smart enough to do his thing, and when the time is right, I think he's going to press. And Pacquiao, well, he also needs time to adjust, I guess, you know, because Ugas is longer. Pacquiao is shorter, so he's going to have to try to probably figure that out how to get inside. So it's going to be I would say the first round is going to be a psychological, kind of like a strategy IQ fight at the beginning, you know.
Now you talk to these,
each other out.
You talk to these guys in their 40s, they'll tell you, I feel as good as I did in my 20s, but you know the body extremely well. How, if you were 100% at 30, 29, how much of that can you be at 42?
Really, you know, when I got Marquez, you know, remember Marquez beat Pacquiao in the 4th round, he was already 40, I think he was 41.
Yes.
If I recall well. And really, frankly, if you take care of your body, and you don't have injuries that would be suffocating your career, you're okay, as long as you take care of your body. You don't take care of your body, and your lifestyle is wild, meaning you don't take care of, you know, recovery, you drink a lot, or you party too much, but yet you still want to be a boxer. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of stuff out of you. For example, a lot of boxers don't rehydrate correctly. They go strictly ways to cut weight, and they in their mind they're thinking, okay, well, after making weight, I'll recover and I'll go on. It doesn't happen like that. The body, the brain takes a lot of punishment while you're making weight and also during the fight, and that's what happens. See, the brain has memory activation, and if you get hit very badly, you got knocked out a few times, your body, I mean, your brain is going to resent that at the moment you get hit again. Sort of like a memory, so it's like a muscle memory.
Like post-traumatic stress.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's going to try to protect you. So if you're not hit a lot, but if you are hit a lot, but you recover well and you did good rehydration, yeah, you can go 45. Look at Bishop, and he went, what, 50 something?
Yeah.
And he still looks sharp, and that's why I remember he's looking, you know, he was looking good then.
So with that said, you know, that's a great point. You know, it's almost like, you know, war memories in Vietnam when you get hit. How the hell has Manny overcome that knockout that, you know, you helped contribute to?
Yeah. Bob was very smart about it. He had him, I think he rested almost a year, right?
Yeah.
And then he got him a few opponents that they were considered good at the time. You know, well, they're warriors, obviously. Brandon Rios is a good warrior. But, you know, Bob Bottom knew at the time that Manny had better options against Rios than any other fighter, because Rios his style was easy for Manny.
Right.
You know, slow and all that. Manny was able to come in quick and out. And then he fought Algieri. He fought some comeback fights that were
Jesse Vargas, Chris Algieri.
Jesse Vargas, who, you know,
is a good fighter.
He's a good fighter. But like I said, I guess Bob was trying to protect Manny from heavy hitters, which is that's a very smart way to think. And Manny recovered, and ever since then, he hasn't been dropped once.
So
I recall he's won his last 8 fights. I think all of them unanimous decision, and then there's one that he won by KO with Marquez.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
So
And
it's good, you know. Manny Pacquiao is a given talent, a given person. He was born to be a boxer. Just like Ugas. Ugas been a fighter since he was 8 years old. Different conditions, definitely. Meaning, you know, Pacquiao grew in poverty. Ugas as well, with a different regimen, and he's fighting, and he's fighting in behalf of the Cubans, fighting for freedom, which is a good thing. So both are here to show the world what they made of. They're good. I mean, people probably don't know who Ugas is. Ugas is a good boxer. He's a bronze medalist. He can come to fight. He might not. Sometimes be good in small fights, but when it comes to big fights, he comes out to fight. For some reason, he's a fighter. There's fighters like that. There's fighters who will tell you that they spar beautifully, and they look terribly in the fights, or vice versa.
Right.
They don't spar as much, but when it comes to fight now, they're completely different warriors. And Ugas is a complete fighter, same as Manny Pacquiao. He's going to be against styles and strategy in the corners, which I think Freddie Roach is a hell of a strategist. He's one of the best in the business, and he knows Pacquiao very well. So I think that's going to be a very important element in favor of Pacquiao. And Ugas' experience that he has. He has a very good experience. He's long, he knows how to counter punch, something that Manny doesn't like to be. You know, Marquez had that.
Right.
Marquez used to tell me all the time, because I told him, how do you battle against a guy like Pacquiao so fast? He said, it's about timing, distance, and counter punching. Always do the same. And Manny has a lot of problems doing getting inside when you know how to counter punch and the timing. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be, I'm looking forward to this fight. You know, so let's go.
So Marquez said that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Mr. Marquez.
And Ugas has good timing. So lastly, who do you think, with all that said, who wins and who has the better stamina, Memo, you think, heading into Saturday night?
Manny Pacquiao is always being known for his stamina.
But they say he fights in spurts more now as he's gotten older. The stamina not quite
I think
what
it's
it
not
was.
that he's gotten older, maybe a little bit, but it's more like conditioning-wise. He's been busy more with the politics. And obviously, when they change the schedule, they change fighters, you have to readapt on if it's a left, you right it. But both are, I mean, I know Ugas is in for the fight. He's going to try to come in and represent his country himself. He's going to do good. Manny Pacquiao is coming to fight as well. And like I said, I mean, at this point of his career, anybody who comes on this fight and he's not in shape is making a huge mistake, you know?
All right, well, thanks so much.
You're
Memo.
here, you got to be in shape. At this level of this game, you got to be in shape.
Thank you so much, Memo.
Thank you, my friend.
Take care, my friend.